Hi.
There we go. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. I
Yeah.
like your Christmas decorations. How fun. Getting
Oh,
in the
thanks. We
holiday
just got a
spirit.
head start on it today.
Oh, that's awesome. My family, my mom, her her thing is that the day after Thanksgiving we decorate. So on Black Friday instead of shopping, we decorate the house. It's fun. And then my grandpa, we our tradition there is that we all go to a Christmas tree farm and we cut one down together and then we like decorate it all together when we get to their house for the holidays. It's pretty fun. Do you have any favorite holiday traditions?
Yeah, mostly like relaxing, like getting the tree together, going to Winter Haven.
Aw, that's fun. Is Winter Haven like a place where they decorate with Christmas lights and
Yeah.
oh nice. That's great. That sounds really fun. Alrighty. So, as we're getting started today, do you have any specific goals for today? Maybe anything holiday related?
Hmm. Well, maybe I'm gonna do that like next Wednesday. But for right now, how about we like continue with the fictional characters from from stories?
Absolutely. Let's do it. So, do you want to maybe make a list of fictional characters from stories first in the chat? All right. So, who are you thinking first?
Well, definitely from characters from. I've never read this book, but it sounds like really interesting, and I'm already liking the character names so far, like
Sure.
um the Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's
Ah,
so two voices in one.
I love it. Yeah, because it's like the multiple personalities. The like good version and the evil side.
Yeah.
Like the little like angel and demon on your shoulder kind of idea. All right. What about like fairy tales? What about like Pinocchio?
Yes.
Would be kind
I
of a
want to
fun
do
one.
him. And what else?
Or maybe like hmm, what about like from Jack and the Beanstalk? We have a bunch. You could be like the giant's wife would be a
Yes,
fun
I can
one.
do that
You
one.
could
Now
do
let me
Jack's
see if I
mom.
can.
When she's dismayed about the cow. And then when she's excited about the goose that laid the golden egg.
Mm-hmm.
You could do
How about
Thumbelina,
Melina, maybe?
would be kind of a fun one. Or
Um, oh, what about like the ghost of Jacob Marley from A Christmas Carol?
sure, we could do all the
Like,
ghosts. You could
yes,
do
all
the
the ghosts, like
ghosts
the
of
past, present, future.
present and future. Yeah. Well, future, I don't think talks. I think he's just ominously there.
Or we
And is
could
like
maybe make up a
pointing.
voice for him.
We could, yeah. What about the little boy that goes and fetches the turkey in the window?
We could do that. We could also do like,
Or we could do
how about Juliet from
Fanny,
Romeo and Juliet?
Scrooge's sister when they're younger.
Sure. And how about Juliet from Romeo and Juliet?
Sure. Yeah, I think that's plenty to get us started. All right, do you want to look at Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? So Dr. Jekyll is like his nice version. He's like the kind doctor, good guy. He's trying to do this research, but he doesn't have anyone to do it on, so he's researching himself. And then the drugs that he's researching, unfortunately, like change his whole personality, and not in a good way. And he turns into like monstrous version. Um, so when he's Dr. Jekyll, he's like a really good, nice person. But he doesn't know that when he takes the medicine, he goes to evil version. So, Dr. Jekyll, he is, a doctor. He is educated, he's an upstanding citizen, he has a lovely fiance. So what would you say are kind of like defining characteristics of him that you would use as descriptions for him?
Definitely be like very like well behaved
So maybe like
and
professional,
intelligent
cordial, intelligent. I like it.
and kind of like calm at the
Yeah.
start.
Okay, calm. I like it.
And then for the other half, definitely be like more aggressive
Okay,
and more, how about more sinister?
sure. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and we're gonna try improving. So let's pick like a scene or a moment. So maybe like as Dr. Jekyll, maybe it could be like you going to like dinner with your fiance and maybe you're walking in the park or something in the summertime, like at sunset, and you're on your way to dinner or something, and what you would say to her.
Okay, let's see. So like improvise something.
Yeah.
Okay. I, um, so wait, what? Oh, oh, let me try that. Oh, darling, just look at this. What a wonderful day we have having here. There's like fresh wind blowing through our hair, some a beautiful sunset, and now just the two of us off to go on a wonderful night. Isn't it just romantic?
Good. Yeah. Um, Good. And then, so I like that you've got a little bit of an accent going, somewhere of that like British dialect, or maybe, that kind of transatlantic kind of sound. Um, and then, so since he is a male character, a little bit deeper, um, very relaxed, like it's personable. So what did you like about that run through?
Charming, definitely charming,
Great.
and like describing what's happening.
Yeah, like just kind of talking about where you are and, what you're doing in this moment together.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Good. Awesome. So is there anything you would change about it? Anything you would want to
Definitely
improve
like a
about it?
little lower, like you said, like you
Okay.
mentioned.
Yeah. Okay. A little deeper tone. Okay, let's try that.
All right. See. Oh, Lucy. I'm just giving her a name, like, oh, darling, isn't it beautiful today? A nice, lovely sunset out on the horizon. Fresh breeze blowing in through our hair. A nice walk in the park. The stars twinkling above us. Oh, isn't this just the most romantic night ever? I can already tell by just the feel of it, and with you beside me, my love, that nothing bad is ever going to happen to us.
Nice. Good. How'd that feel?
A lot better.
Great. Excellent. Okay, so then um what did you like about that and what would you improve about it?
Definitely, I got it to be lower.
I think so. Yeah, that you had a deeper pitch there, like a lower pitch, a deeper
Like
kind
an
of
I
resonant,
said, my
chesty.
lady.
Yeah. hmm I say, milady, rather than I say, milady, right? So lower, deeper, booming chest resonance. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anything else that you would change about it?
Not much, I
Okay,
wouldn't say.
great. Yes, you liked it. Let's do one more take of it just to really lock it in.
Okay, kind of get the jackal started, and then we'll
Yeah.
switch to hide.
Okay.
All right, so like, isn't it just beautiful tonight, darling? I mean, look at that gorgeous sunset out there. It might be lovely, but it's not as lovely as you, milady. And the stars are starting to appear in the sky, and the sounds of happy folk, just the two of us, just like the two of us, are chatting about being free of the night. Oh, isn't this the most romantic night you could ever imagine? I can already tell that nothing bad is ever going to happen.
Good. How'd that feel?
Better, and it felt good.
Awesome. Great. Okay. So then, um, let's go ahead. Do you want to do the opposite character? So he's going to have a similar voice, but it's more of like the attitude and the personality that's going to change here. So for Mr. Hyde, this is like the darkest version. It's like all of the worst parts of you brought out and amplified because of this drug, right? So
Yeah.
so we think of just like the worst parts of this character. Like he gets violent, he gets
And kind of
kind of
get
like
like pissed
scary.
off, a
Yeah,
temper tantrum almost.
things that Dr. Jekyll would never do as himself.
But
Yeah.
like, yeah, almost like growing an evil twin within him.
Hmm.
All
Yeah,
right.
right, exactly.
Let's see if I can like do this. Let's
So
see.
what could be this scenario, like this circumstance? Where do you think he is? So one thing that he does as this character is he goes to like this bar basically,
Mm-hmm.
um, and there are like dancing girls. There's this one lady who she like sings and dances and he loves her. So it's like um, he has like a relationship with her, but then a relationship with his fiance, but then like Dr. Jekyll doesn't know that Mr. Hyde is like doing these things. So he has like a whole other relationship with this lady.
Okay.
He goes to this like bar cabaret place, and then there's a girl that's like a singer dancer there who's like a headliner kind of thing.
Okay.
But he also gets like he drinks a lot, he like yells, he curses, he's kind of violent, um, and like he's not very nice to the woman that he's having a relationship with.
All
Um,
right. I think I
so
can do that. I think I can
could it
get
be like
something.
maybe him at the bar? Maybe he's like being rude to a bartender or like hollering at her while she's on stage or
All right.
something.
Okay. I think I
Okay,
got something. All right.
great.
But still keeping like the first voice I did, but kind of more
Right. It has to
rougher.
be similar because he's the same person, but it's like really twisted version of him.
All right. Come on, where's my drink? And where the heck is the bartender? Isn't there anyone running this darn place anymore? Ah, this is taking forever. But by golly, who is that stunning young lady over there? Uh, she's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't need my fiance anymore. I mean, who needs? Why do I am stuck with her when I've got that starling gal over there? Hey, Toots, over here, won't ya? Come on, darling. I don't have all day.
Yeah, exactly. Good. How'd that feel?
It felt good getting that energy out of me.
Yeah. I think sometimes it can be really nice to play characters that are kind of like uglier characters, like darker characters,
Yeah,
because
and you know
then
what?
like
I've learned in,
you
like
can
drama class, like it's
explore,
fun to play it like a villain and a half sometimes.
yeah. And you can explore emotions that are like ugly or dirty or dark emotions, like emotions that are sort of taboo to express in life. So it can almost be like a healing experience. Because like I know in my house and my family growing up, like we didn't, I don't know, like yelling wasn't like a thing you were supposed to do. So then when I was in acting classes and things, it was really hard for me to tap into and express anger. So I feel like by in acting class being allowed to tap into that, to yell, to be ugly and rude and mean, I was able to then maybe even sort of heal from things that maybe in the past I'd been angry about, but I'd never been able to express. So it can be a very healing journey to be allowed to feel and express like ugly emotions. But then also, I
Mhm.
think it's really important to share those stories because we learn so much through other people's mistakes when we empathetically portray characters who maybe have like a darker path. We can bring those things to light and then help other people to maybe like process their journeys or to, to make choices for their life with that different perspective, right? So, it can be really important to empathetically tell those stories too. So I think it can be really great to embody these darker characters at times for a variety of reasons. So it can be a really kind of a cool experience. It can even be a healing experience. So tapping into that like rage and darkness, like he's probably really jealous of her. Maybe he's like, I don't want to share you with these other guys that you're like singing and dancing for. Like, that's my woman,
All
like,
right. So
don't
like
give
kind of
her
like
that
and
flower,
push my
like, get away
fiance
from
away
her. Yeah.
like
Being like,
like
hey, I asked for a drink. Where's my drink? What's taking so long? Can I get some service? Like, you can make him just like impatient and jealous and like all
and
these
bratty
kind of
almost.
ugly, sure, yeah, maybe demanding and entitled. Yeah,
Got it. I
exactly.
can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, let's try that again. Great.
Come on already. Isn't there any fun running this darn place? I've been waiting for hours and not a single drink above me. Why ever did I ever decide to come in this darn place in the Wait a second. Who is that stunning gal over there? Unlike my first love that Jacqueline was with, she's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. But why on earth is she singing and dancing to those men up in front while I'm just sitting here waiting for my drink to arrive? Ugh, who needs a drink anyways? I'm going over there whether the men in front like it or not. Hey, Toots, over here. Why don't you come and charm me for once?
Nice.
Whew, that felt
Okay,
good.
yeah. So what did you think of that take?
A whole lot
I liked
better.
your improvisation with the different kind of circumstances, different things that could be happening at the bar. So I like that a lot.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it? What did you like about it? What did you not like about it?
Well, overall, I liked about it how I still managed to keep the first voice, but made a little more gruffer. Managed to um stay like in the zone, and overall, I liked it. Just getting to try out like a character I've never. I don't think I would ever play because I'm usually more of the sweet side and like the comedic side, but it's always
Mm,
good to like change it up a bit.
yeah.
So yeah, that's what I liked about it. I don't think I would change anything of it.
Okay.
And yeah, overall, it was a pretty good. But it's gonna probably be even more challenging one day if I put both voices together. Probably having a conversation with, well,
It
one
would be
person.
interesting to do like as Dr. Jekyll is sort of transforming. So like he's taken the medication and he's like taking notes. He's like, okay, I don't really feel any different yet. 30 minutes in. And then he's like, okay, 40 minutes in. I feel a little bit of like a buzzing in my arms. Then he's like, okay, 45 minutes in. I feel this. And like gradually he'll get darker and darker. And eventually he's like throwing the notebook and like, so going from very clinical kind of thing.
Okay, let me see if I can find a monologue of them. The information cool. All right. Um, presentation monologue. And good, we're still in time.
So you're looking for an actual written, like scripted monologue to work on this as well.
Yeah, a little bit. I
Yeah.
like to do that sometimes.
Right. Yeah, the improv can be great because you can experiment. Um, but we also can find scripts. Um,
All right, I'm just gonna like improvise something
yeah.
since I think it's more better and we still got perfect time
So
left.
this part right here is Dr. Jekyll. This is early in the story. It seems like he's kind of like telling his story a
All
little
right.
bit. So this is really early.
Okay. A night of ma That night was madness. We crossed that thin line between insanity and reason. It could happen to anyone, but there's no there is the risk of not being able to turn back. No turning back. No turning back.
Yeah. And then this next part I pasted in, this is um him transforming. Like I was talking about 8:20 p.m. I have injected the potion, sweating,
All right, got it.
tachycardia, suffocation. Oh God, heat, possible hypertension. I will check it. Ah, spasms, convulsions. I feel my body growing. I feel strong, big, ha ha ha, big. Right?
All right, I can do
So
this.
this is him like as he's transforming.
All right, so gulp, gulp, gulp. Dude, 2 8:20 p.m. I've just injected the potion. Sweating. To How would you say that again? Tar
Tachycardia?
Tachycardia. Suffocation. Oh, God. Heat. Possible hypertension. I will check it. Spasm. Convulsion. I feel my body growing. I feel strong. Big, big, stronger. I feel much stronger. No one else is going to stop me. My instincts are now arising. I can beat anyone I know. I will. I am Hyde.
Nice.
Woo.
Good. And I like how you kind of like start softer, a little more like stable, clinical feeling, and then you get more like wild and reckless and loud as you
Yeah, like
go.
going insane.
Exactly. I also think you could play with maybe him being very proper British.
Okay, proper
8:20
British.
p.m.
Okay.
I have injected the potion, sweating. And then later he's more like Cockney maybe to kind of signal that he's become like
Okay.
a A
God,
rougher kind of
hate
version, like a street version.
possible.
No one else is going to stop me.
Okay, I
Right?
can do that.
Like
And we've only got 1 minute left, so
Okay.
may I try again?
Yes, go for it.
8:20 p.m. I've injected the potion. 8:20 p.m. I've just injected the potion. Sweating, tachycardia, suffocation. Oh God, heat, uh, possible hypertension. I will check it. Ugh! Sparsome convulsion. I feel my body growing. I feel strong, big, big, stronger. I feel much stronger. No one else is going to stop me. I feel instincts now arising. I can beat anyone I know. I will. I am Hyde.
Nice. How'd you
Woo!
like that?
That one had to be the best one I've ever done.
Yeah, that was good. I liked it a
Yeah,
lot. The build up, that was fun. What did you like best about that?
a lot best, very more theatrical. Got really into the moment.
Yeah.
My throat's kind of hurting, but it was
Oh.
worth it.
It can be kind of fatiguing doing certain characters, but we also can work a little bit on techniques to use your voice more efficiently and also to strengthen certain aspects of your voice as well. So things like letting the breath do the majority of the work. Sometimes though we just have to build up strength and stamina and coordination and just practice with our voice more. So doing some vocal exercises could be helpful, like warm up
Okay.
exercises. Um, I could send you some ideas for that, like how to exercise your vocal muscles, exercise your breathing muscles, that kind of thing more. And we can also do some of that in your lessons as well. But some voices just will be more fatiguing. So just kind of making a mental note of that, that sometimes you're gonna feel it more. You're gonna be like, ooh, that was a little more strenuous on my voice muscles. Kind of like sprinting might, take more than like a light jog, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you'll definitely be like, whew, I can tell I was sprinting, rather than that like light jog, like more relaxed, less exertion.
Okay.
So yeah, so I think it's okay for some things just to feel more fatiguing. Plus, remember, you've been using your voice now for a half hour straight. So, what would you say are the key elements you want to take away from this session? The things that you thought, okay, I want to remember this and come back to it.
Um, Definitely like kind of be like one thing I might want to take away, kind of like hmm. Kind of like talk about like what's happening in the moment, like maybe like improvise one thing like before a situation and then kind of
Yeah.
slowly lean into what's gonna happen.
Okay.
So that definitely.
Yeah, I love that. And what would you say is maybe one thing that you felt yourself improving on?
Hmm. One thing I've been improving on, definitely a bit more of my improvisation.
I agree.
So yeah, just that and
Yeah.
nothing else.
So I'm kind of taking notes as you go too, so I can remember like what we've worked on and kind of where we're going with everything. So then what would you say is maybe a good practice goal for this week? Something that you want to kind of dedicate a certain amount of time, ways that you want to focus your practice.
Definitely want to like practice on like try not to hurt as much of my throat as I can while I'm doing these
Yeah.
voices.
hmm Yeah, right. So building up this strength and stamina and agility. So maybe next session we could actually do some voice exercises so that you can then have an idea of how to be practicing and strengthening your voice muscles during the week.
Mm-hmm.
Um, could you maybe type in your email for me and I'll send you an email with some recommended exercises you can start working on this week?
Sure. Hang on. I'm
Yeah, I just
just
want to make sure I have the right one.
getting it
Because
here.
every now and then I type it wrong and I'm like, oops.
And here you go.
Great. Thank you. Perfect. I'll copy and paste that for myself. Make sure I type it in right. Okay, so I'm gonna send some voice exercises for you to start practicing with this week to that email. All right, great. I think we're in a good spot with everything then. Beautiful work today. I think that was really fun. I know we only got to the two characters or the one character that has multiple personalities, but I still think that was really productive. So maybe you could try maybe find work on these two characters, but maybe find at least one more character you want to play with the same way this week,
Okay.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then you could actually take like your phone or a device and just like do an audio recording, like a voice memo, and then you can email it to me so I can take a listen to your practice, or you can just show it to me next week when we meet. Okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Great. Awesome work today, Izzy. I'll see you next week, same time, okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Have a wonderful rest of your week, a great weekend, and I will see you next Wednesday.
You
Bye,
too.
Izzy.